Boy, a great new show is opening at Civic Theatre, and it opens May 30th, next week, and runs for a couple of weeks. And it's called Newsies, which is a great Harvey Fierstein, Alan Menken musical. And we've got two of the guys who are in the show, and really pleased to have Jack Kelly, or Casey Hulse, who's in the studio. Casey, good morning.
Good morning.
Good to have you here. Thanks for coming. And Crutchy is here, Liam Bukowski. Liam, welcome.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks so much for having us.
Well, thanks for coming in, you guys. Let's talk about Newsies. Who wants to talk about what's the basis of this? This goes back to the old Newsboys
Yes.
thing, and it's based on a Disney movie, right?
Yep. So there was a movie, I'm thinking back in the 2000s, early 2000s. Christian Bale was actually in it. He played
Goes
Jack
back to
Kelly.
the 90s.
The 90s does it.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
I thought either early 90s or late 90s or early 2000s.
Christian Bale was in it?
Yeah, he played Jack Kelly.
As a little kid.
Yes. Yeah. And that had some of the music that is in this musical, but they really, for the musical, they vamped it up. They added so much new music. They added a ton of like crazy dancing. It's just a really exciting show. So to have that history of the movie and then see how it translates over into the musical is really exciting.
Jack is kind of the lead character. You sort of mobilize the Newsboys, don't you?
Yes. He kind of is the motivator for the strike and getting things rolling, and there's this conflict, and you just kind of see him grow as a character throughout the show, which is really great. That kind of ebb and flow between him and other characters, seeing how he's pushed and kind of conflicted throughout the show. Yeah.
Yeah, and Crutchy, so the name Crutchy, it indicates you're probably on crutches.
Yeah, it's a little on the nose.
Exactly. So what's that character like? What's Crutchy do?
Well, to me, I see Crutchy as kind of the physical representation of the current state of the Newsboys. He, while having that physical disability, still tries to put a smile on his face and sell those papers and just make it to that next day while keeping that optimistic attitude. And it's all about having that optimistic and upbeat attitude that really gets them through to the next day, and ultimately what helps them drive the strike into its final hours and ultimately its victory.
The sun will come out tomorrow. That would be Crutchy's song if
Yes.
it were a different
Crutchy
musical.
is like the positive newsie, and everyone else kind of even rolls their eyes at him like, this guy, he's always just being so positive all the time. Like, why? When we're walking around, doing this thing every single day. So
Talking about Newsies that opens next the 31st at Grand Rapids Civic Theatre. Great musical. But you referenced the strike, so let's put the storyline together. What's happened and the time frame. The Newsboys. We don't have Newsboys anymore. Hardly have newspapers anymore for that matter. But take us back. Put it together.
So it's based on the true story of the Newsboys strike that took place in New York City in 1899, where a bunch of the newsies in the city got together to strike against the big newspapers and the heads of those newspapers.
Because you had to sell more to earn.
Yes, so they raised the price of papers, which the newsies could not afford, and so they went on strike saying this is not fair. They formed a union. So really that's what this story is about. The Newsboys, they find out that Pulitzer is raising the price of his papers from 50 cents per hundred to 60 cents per hundred, and they decide to go on strike against him. And so the story is really about what unfolds after they decide to go on strike and the different things and the different paths that all the characters take throughout that story.
Okay. Liam, is this your first time at Civic Theatre?
No, actually.
A lot of shows under your belt, so to speak.
Not as many as Casey, but
I don't know about that.
a decent few. few.
How is it working with this ensemble cast?
It's absolutely fantastic. I truly believe that Civic picks some of the best, most talented performers that Michigan has to offer, and being in the same room as those people, the energy is unreal. To be a creative among other creatives
makes you better.
It makes I feel it makes us better.
Yeah, it pushes.
It really pushes
your game
us
up a little bit.
Knowing that everyone in the room has worked hard to be there and continuously works hard every day, not only makes it fun to get into those tough moments, but it really brings us closer together, and it forms a tight-knit community.
Not only do you have each other's back, but you're pushing each other probably.
Yeah.
So that's really cool when you've got that kind of camaraderie going.
Yeah.
Well, it opens on the 31st. How long do you run?
We run from May 31st to June 23. We
Okay.
have 18 performances.
All right. Newsies at Grand Rapids Civic Theater. grct.org is the website. grct.org. And make sure you buy your tickets from not another provider. They're going to ramp up the price and jack you up a little bit. And pay the regular price at grct.org, or just stop at the box office on Division Avenue. Thanks, guys, for coming in. Really appreciate it. Can't
Thank you
wait
so
to
much for
see
having
the
me.
show.
thanks so much
Civic
for having us.
always does. Man, don't they just do world-class performances?
It's so much fun. Yes.
Yeah. So, got to be fun for you guys, too.
Yeah.
All right, so Newsies opening on the 31st and runs through June 23rd at Grand Rapids Civic Theater. Go to the website at grct.org. 843 on the river.